Hello and welcome everybody. Randy here with Nerds Templar, and this is the Super Smash Bros. AI League. We're 1v1s here on the battlefield. We've got 4 divisions. We've got 18 matches every day. Let's give us a quick rundown of where we're at here in set number 6 of 22. Every team's going to get 2 buys, so they'll all have 20 games played at the end of this, going into the playoffs. So here are 4 divisions. We'll start with the red, as always, on the left, Team Mario division. Sitting at the top now is Link at 4-1. He hasn't had his bye yet, so you see him with more matches than most of the others as we near set. Once we hit set 12, everyone in the red and blue divisions will have had 1 bye in. But in the red and in the blue, that is not the case. Every week they have 1 bye. So anyway, Link is at 4-1 at the top, and just behind him is Peach at 3-1 and Donkey Kong at 3-1. Then we have half a game behind them, Kirby, Yoshi at 3-2. Then again, half a game behind, we've got Zelda at 2-2, and another half game back, we've got Mario and Sheik at 2-3. And then we've got Luigi at 1-3, as well as Toon Link, and then Diddy down there at the bottom at 1-4. And Diddy's going to have a bye today, so he won't be playing in the red division. Let's move over to the blue, the other big division here in Team Nintendo. We've got Captain Falcon at 4-0 by himself up there. We've got Ness at 3-1. We have Samus at 3-2, dropping now quickly after losing 2 in a row. We got Rob rising quickly after, I believe, winning 3 in a row himself. Close to it, 2 in a row at this point. He's 3-2 with Samus. Then we've got Fox and the Ice Climbers at 2-2. We have Lucas, Zero Suit Samus, Sonic, and Falco all tied down there at 2-3, and then Mr. Game & Watch still winless at 0-4, just like we see over here in the Team Baddies green division at the bottom there. But at the top, we have King Dedede at 4-1. We have Bowser also at 4-1, tied up there with him. Dedede in the head-to-head beat Bowser, though, so far in their first matchup. Every person in the division will play every other person in their respective division twice in every division, so that'll also be something similar between them all. Then we have Mewtwo, Wario, and Wolf all at 3-2, just 1 game behind them. We have Ganondorf at 2-3. We have Snake at 1-4, and then down there at the bottom, Meta Knight at 0-5. And no bye for him yet. Game & Watch did have his bye, that's why he's 0-4. Meta Knight, no bye yet. He's 0-5. Having a rough time. Then finally, Team Universe, the yellow team we've got. It's the division/team. It's not really, it's team for perhaps later purposes, division for one-on-one purposes. We've got Ike at the top there, 5-0. Again, no bye yet for him, and he's still undefeated. We've got Jigglypuff and Lucario and Pokemon Trainer all at 3-2, 2 games behind him, vying for second place. We've got Pikachu and Marth both at 2-3, and then we've got Olimar and Pit at 1-4. So some pretty interesting divisions. We've got even more interesting matchups, I believe, today. This is, again, perhaps going to really shake things up. All depends on how things fall, but we've seen a lot of upsets already. Even like winless fighters taking out undefeated fighters. It's been pretty epic. So we'll see what happens here. Here is our schedule, our 3 different division, divided up matches, 18 matches divided into 3 different parts, the mid, low, and high cards, if you will. So in our mid set, we have Lucario versus Marth to start us off strong. The 3-2 Lucario versus the 2-3 Marth, who I believe also just won 2 in a row himself to get his first 2 wins. And so we'll see if he can continue that, and Lucario has lost 2 in a row. Well, he did lose 2 in a row before finally beating Pikachu, and hopefully righting the ship. We'll see if he can continue that himself or not. It'll be an interesting one there. Samus versus Lucas, that's a 3. It's another 3-2 versus another 2-3. Lucas always putting on a very good show, I would say. Good showing. He finally got his second win. Samus, again, just dropped 2 in a row, so we shall see about that one. Then we have Olimar versus Ike, 1-4 versus 5-0. Who knows? Maybe Olimar will. I'm pretty sure that one win he has was against a good opponent. It was against Lucario for Lucario's second loss. So we'll see if Olimar can take out another really strong opponent. But no one yet has taken down Ike, and he has always proven to be much stronger than his opponent. So Zelda versus Yoshi is a 2-2 Zelda versus the 3-2 Yoshi. Zelda already with the bye, so she's trying to bye still at 2-2. She's trying to keep up now with even the 3-2s just above her, Yoshi and Kirby, that is. And now she gets to try her hand at Yoshi himself. Yoshi himself is trying to remain up with the 3-1 and 3-1 3-1 Peach and Donkey Kong, and not to mention the 4-1 Link still up there. Then we have Bowser versus Meta Knight. That's a 4-1 versus an 0-5. Again, another potential for an upset. Perhaps Meta Knight will pull off his first victory against the 4-1 Bowser. Who knows? And then finally, we've got the Pikachu versus Pokemon Trainer matchup to end the mid card, and that's 2-3 versus another 2-3 versus 3-2. So again, another Pikachu on 2 in a row, I believe here. Maybe nope, he was again 2 in a row, but then Lucario had beaten him. Pokemon Trainer has been back and forth. I believe he won, and then he lost to Lucario, beat Marth, and then he lost to Ike. That's, that happens. And then beat Pit, and also beat Olimar the very first round. That was the first win. So it does seem that Pokemon Trainer only really has struggles with the good fighters against good fighters. So I guess that maybe we'll see where Pikachu lands then, now that Pikachu gets to go up against the trainer. Then in our 6 low card matches, which doesn't mean they're bad, and you'll see here very quickly, I'm sure, Fox versus Mr. Game & Watch, 2-2 versus 0-4. Game & Watch trying to pick up his first victory. Fox struggling back there. Luigi versus Peach will be second. That's a 1-3 versus 3-1. Peach just picked up her first defeat. So Luigi, perhaps, trying to pick up his second victory on the perhaps struggling Peach now that she's finally dropped a game there. We'll see about that, though. Snake versus Ganondorf is going to be our third match there. That's 1-4 Snake versus the 2-3 Ganondorf. Both of them, other than Meta Knight, at the bottom of the division, not tied with anybody, and so they're both just attempting to come back toward the midpoint of that Team Baddies division. Then we've got Jigglypuff versus Pit. That's a 3-2 versus 1-4. That's another chance, at least, for a little bit of an upset. Again, Pit really needs a win here, second win here, and Jigglypuff is coming off of, again, I believe 2 losses in a row, yes, against Marth and then Ike. So, again, Pit possibly can stack onto that, or Jigglypuff will finally stay the bleeding. Then we've got Zero Suit Samus versus Falco. That's 2-3s against each other. Again, there's 4 of them in that Team Nintendo division at 2-3, and then there's 2 at 2-2, and so there's a lot of competition down there in basically the entire bottom half of Team Nintendo's division, and that includes both Zero Suit Samus and Falco. And Zero Suit Samus has that win against Samus herself. That's always a nice win to have in your belt whenever it comes to head-to-head matches for tiebreakers. Finally, in the low set, we have Toon Link versus Mario, 1-3 versus 2-3. Mario really beginning to struggle here. He obviously wants to try to get back to 500. Toon Link struggling more so than most other characters. He's one of the lowest. The one winners, yeah, they really need to put on some kind of showing today. We're getting toward set 7. This is set 6. But once we're done with set 7, that's going to be everybody in the green and yellow division playing each other once by that point. So bear that in mind. There's a lot of different milestones, landmarkers we'll be hitting. So set 7 is one of those. Set 11 would be another, where the red and the blue are done. That's also the halfway point. The red and blue will be done fighting each other. And also after set 7, the green and the yellow will be done with their division play and moving into interdivisional for the next 8 weeks, 8 sets. So that's another thing that'll happen. And that'll also be when after the set 8 and 9. Then from 10 to 13 is when we move into just 14 matches instead of 18 per set for just those 4 sets, just so we can get those buys in, round out the records for everybody in every division. So anyway, that's where we stand into our 6 high card matches here, the best of the best. And these, as always, the high card just look like they're going to be amazing matchups. We've got the Ice Climbers versus Captain Falcon to start things. That's a 2-2 versus the 4-0 Captain Falcon. See if he can continue his run along with Ike. Those 2 are the only undefeated left. Then secondly, we've got Sheik versus Link. That should be interesting. 2-3 versus a 4-1. Again, Link, the top of that division, trying to continue his winning streak, his winning ways. Half a game above both Peach and Donkey Kong. Then we've got Wolf versus Mewtwo. 2 3-2s at the top of the Team Baddies division, looking to try to make it into perhaps maybe even 2nd or 3rd place here after a win in that match. Ness versus Rob is the 4th one. 3-1 versus a 3-2. Just as close. Ness is 2nd right now. Rob is 4th in the division. If Rob takes him down, that's a huge boost for him, and he has been on a bit of a heater here, heating up. Struggled in the first couple games, but then finally in this last 2 we have Donkey Kong versus Kirby, another 3-1 versus 3-2, so another 2 pair fighters vying for the top. Donkey at 3-1, Kirby at 3-2. Finally, King Dedede versus Wario, 4-1 versus 3-2, and that is the very top of their division. Wario trying to prove that he should remain up there with the others that are in that 3-2 spot, because he's struggled recently now. Let's see, he beat Snake last set, but before that he had lost to both Mewtwo and Ganondorf. So we'll see. So anyway, that's that. And finally, before we get started here, I know it's a long intro, but I did figure out how exactly we're doing the playoffs here. So what we're going to do, no wild card. I believe this will make it a little better, perhaps. I kind of wanted to do some wild cards instead of more wild cards, less buys, but the numbers just didn't really work out. So this is what we're going to do. We've got a total of 16 seeds plus 8 buy seeds, you could say. So there's really 24 with the first top 8 seed getting buys, and so that's going to be the top 2 in every division gets one of those buys, and then afterward they will be placed in order of their records by 1 through 8. The seeding, of course, 1 through 16. 1 will play 16, 2 will play 15, 3 against 14, and so on again all the way to 8 versus 9, 7 versus 10. So then after those matchups, then the bye matchups will begin. We'll have another, so we'll start with 8 round playoffs. We'll go to another 8 round playoff, including those 8 bye match fighters for the first round, and then that'll be another. So that'll give us 24 fighters into the playoffs of our 38 that we have. That's an okay number, I think. So that's where it stands. And then of course, once we go into that playoff number 2 with those bye, the ones that had the bye, the fighters that is, those will be again in order of their records, and they will be placed in backwards order of the records of those 8 that moved on from playoff number 1. So bye 1 will play seed number 8, bye 2 will play seed number 7, and so on. Bye 8 will play seed number 1. And then after that, it's we may just have a bracketed situation where we just go down the bracket. So I think that's probably how we'll do it. We'll just set those 8 matches into a bracket, and whoever wins plays the next one that they would be matched up against. Records won't matter after that point. But that will of course give us playoff week 3 will be 8 matches. Playoff week 4 will be 2 matches, and finally we'll have the final, which would be the week number 5. So 5 extra sets, you could say, on the 22. That's 27 total. Counting the Sundays, that's exactly a month of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI Tournament League, that is, League Challenge. This is not a tournament, this is an entire league. Let's begin then, finally, now. Without further ado, we've got first Lucario, Team Universe matchup here. Last set we did some fun colors for everybody, but we're not gonna do that every time. We're just back to regular. They wore the colors, the skins of their that matched their division color. That's what I'm trying to think of. Lucario versus Marth in this first one. Again, pretty much all these matches are going to be very exciting, I think. My humble opinion. Okay, so we've got Lucario at 3 and 2. We've got Marth at 2 and 3. Marth just won his last 2 matches though to get to 2 and 3, and Lucario has struggled. He won his last, but he lost the last 2 before that, and those are his 2 losses. He was able to take out Pikachu last time, not bad. But Lucario's losses were to Olimar and Jigglypuff, so that Olimar is sketchy. Jigglypuff is a little more understandable, perhaps. But this is definitely going to be an epic one here, I think. The 2 counter characters just realized that against each other here. Oh, a nice, like that was a Suicune that would have been better, but knock into, nope, didn't get him. The Zoroark will for Lucario. Grab that Marth. Kind of tying things up here. Togedemaru grabbed as well while all of that was happening. Again, always got to remember that if you get one Pokeball that starts zoning your opponent away from the map, that means you're probably going to get a couple more Pokeballs. You start stacking those things up. Whew. It becomes pretty rough, but Marth still remaining in the lead after all that anyway. He did just get that Swirlix in the middle of the map. That is going to be incredibly annoying, actually. Marth gonna get knocked out first, though. Anyway, Lucario. A nice shot there. He's at 112 though himself on this first life. Uh-oh. Was that... I believe that was Lucario's Arceus. Yes, Marth was off the side for a second there. That was a little worrisome. He's fine. And now jumping behind the Giratina, who's got 2 left. I think that's Lucario's Abomasnow too. This is pretty crazy here. Got a lot. And oh, that last gust does catch Marth. Does some pretty decent damage. Doesn't knock him off though. 83% on his second stock already though. And there's a Togepi hanging out. Yep. Used like Ice Beam or something. I don't even know, but it froze Marth really heavily, and Lucario took advantage of that. Marth finally getting that first stock off of Lucario as soon as he spawns. But we're 2-1 right now. No damage taken it for a moment, but yeah, we're at 2-1. Down at the bottom, the character portrait. Did Lucario's eye just glimmer whenever he got his counter? His eye on his portrait. Did that just happen? Am I seeing things? Anyway, it did. That's crazy. So there's well, I'm not sure what that was. I missed whatever else was jumping around the map there for a moment. Oh my, oh, there's the game right there as Lucario pulls the Keldeo out, and Marth is already at 50% with no stock left. Keldeo gets one more strike at this point. I think, yep, he's done. Yep. That'll do it, as we've seen many, many times. Keldeo, one of the best pulls you can get, if you want to use some TCG terms, right? And Lucario will take that one. Pretty handily, I would say, obviously, with the help of his Pokemon pals. And we'll see that discrepancy, I think, here, definitely. 14-4 in items. Oh, man. That is rough, Marth. It'll do a little better on the item grab. Be interesting to see if there's any patterns, if there's any AI trends to the AI's item picking up. Like if some characters tend to pick up items more than others or not. I don't think that's a thing. I think you can actually change that in the settings perhaps though. Maybe not for every character individually, but you can at least change it for all the CPU. Alright, next we've got a 3-2 Samus in the Team Nintendo division against Of course, again, all interdivisional here, or yeah, all within their divisions still, not interdivisional, but interdivisional. Against the 2 and 3 Lucas. Lucas. And as I said, everybody in their divisions is going to play everyone else in the division 2 times. So there's going to be rematches, and all the rematches are in the second half of the season. So the way it'll work for these bigger divisions here, like Team Nintendo and Team Mario, they'll play everybody once in the first 11 matches, or have their first bye, and then in the second half, second 11 matches, they will play everyone else another time, and then have their other second bye. So that's how that works. And again, for the green and yellow divisions, we've got all their buys in those 4 weeks in the middle, where they are actually playing interdivisional matches, and 4 other interdivisional matches they have to play between around those 4, so 8 total, to get as many matches on their record as the big divisions will have only playing their division matches. So that's why the small ones obviously have to play some interdivisional ones, because we do want to keep everyone playing just 2 matches against all their division opponents, keep that the same. So the interdivisional matches, they don't quite matter. All obviously they do for your total record. You definitely want that to be up there. And it's also going to make things interesting come playoff time, because the records aren't going to be as patterned, if you will. They won't be as even as they will in the ones that have only played within their division, because you can see a lot of, the Team Baddies is a lot better than Team Universe. You'll see a lot more wins on the green teams than you will on the yellow teams. So anyway, we've already got 1 knockout, Lucas, on Samus. Samus needs to figure out what's going wrong here and correct it very quickly, because she's about to go 3 and 3 after beginning 3 and 0, and that's you don't want that. That's the last thing you want. Feels bad, man. Feeling good, undefeated, 3 and 0, undefeated, top of the division, and then boom, loss, and then all of a sudden, everyone forgot about you. So, but we'll see if Samus can move to 4 and 2. It's still gonna look good. There's going to be a little hiccup in the record books, but oh my, Lucas almost got another knockout before losing his first stock. Never mind, at 138, Samus is able to get that heel kick in and finally knock Lucas out 1 time. We got a Alolan Exeggutor, kind of just causing problems right now, as always. Samus knocking Lucas into the air, a rocket going after him, missed. 1 Pokeball. 2 Pokeball? Yep. She did get both of them. The Go-Goat, was that in Abra? Or it was Oshawott, huh? Oh, wow. Samus really lucky that she was just, I guess, rocketed into the side there and then grabbed it instead of into the air, because Lucas did catch her in the PK Thunder combo with him into her. The PK Thunder Rocket. I don't know what you call that. While sitting there, Lucas able to grab it, throw it at Samus. It's a Vulpix. Right in the middle of the map, it'll be able to Ember basically the entire bottom. With Genesect, though, here for Samus, that might help her slightly come back in this one, but Genesect not actually hitting anything and turned the wrong direction for that last blast, unfortunately. That's strange. But Lucas sitting pretty at 44% here. 2 stock left. Samus, 27%, 1 stock. And Lucas, as I said, he's always a tough opponent. It's always a close match. He could easily be 5 and 0 the way he plays instead of 2 and 3. And this is perhaps some more proof of that. Putting up a really good showing against Samus here, who again was 3 and 0, and it looks like, luckily Samus only 54 for 69% now, dealing with both Abomasnow and now an Alolan Vulpix. A lot of ice. Frozen, and Lucas not able to capitalize on that. Does get another Pokeball though, and it's Gardevoir. See if he can set up Samus on the edge, perhaps. There it is. 130, Samus loses her last stock. Can you believe it? Samus falls to 3-3. Lucas rises to 3-3. Now that, very interesting, very interesting. Lucas finally getting a couple wins for himself. It's big. It's still early, you know, so I'm thinking around, once we hit that like 9, 10, 11 sets in point, once everyone's played about 10 matches, I think we're going to start definitely seeing some trends here. As I mentioned in the last one, 8 to 13, Lucas in the items. I mentioned that before. Yeah, we're slowly I mean, it's still hard because, you know, it still seems like it's pretty much all over the place. It is nice that everyone gets to play everyone else twice, so you do get sort of an idea of where everyone should stand in regards to the rest of their division. But again, on any given day, anyone could probably beat anyone, honestly. And we'll see if that is truly the case, perhaps here, as we move to the Team Universe division matchup. Olimar versus Ike. This could be a quick one. It could be a giant upset. It could be, who knows? Right now, Olimar, Olimar was getting some quick hits in there, but Ike swings his sword once and takes Olimar to 17.8. Got the Alolan Raichu, Olimar does. Ooh, I think he just caught the Ike Pokeball as he threw it. Nope. Never mind. Ike's got it to Togedemaru now. Looks like he just jumped off the map. He took it. Like Olimar up to 95% now. You can't really take too many hits if you're a little guy like that from Ike's big old sword. Got Snivy throwing Razor Leaves up at the mid point, and we got Metagross doing some earthquaking at the bottom. Both for Ike. They're both. Go, there it is. First strike goes to Ike, and yeah, Olimar quickly up to like 120, and then that was it. But Ike is up to 142 right now. Olimar, oh my, he actually got one on Ike really pretty quickly. That was sometimes it takes people a while to get one off of Ike, and that's all they get. But yeah, Olimar keeping things relatively close. Very close, actually. Scary. But we do have Ike Ditto. We had him for a moment at least. And then Olimar Zoroark keeping things even closer. And here comes a Kyogre. Ike's like, oh man, this is not cool. But the thing about Ike is he has that up B that moves him so quickly. Wow, I can't believe it. Olimar plus the Kyogre. He actually just took out Ike again. We'll see how Ike responds to that. He's got to now deal with this. Oh no. Wait, was that his Beware? Got a Meowth and a... No, that's not his. Yes, it is. Is it? It's so hard to tell sometimes the way he moves. Nope, that is his Beware. That's not good at all for Olimar. He had a great chance here, but right now, it's... Abra actually kind of helped Olimar stay away from Beware really well. Oh, but now he's got a Genesect to deal with as well. He's also behind on this last stock, and Genesect just blasted him. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, Genesect blasted him again. I thought Ike was actually gonna hit him, get him with the sword there, but he didn't. Ike is able to come back and defeat Olimar with the help of some Poke Buddies. But let's not forget that Kyogre also helped Olimar take Ike down in that second one. So I guess they both received about the same amount of assistance from Pokemon. And it was honestly pretty close there. 4 to 8 with items in Ike's favor. Wow. So it was kind of quick. Not necessarily as fast as it could have been. And Olimar put up a really good fight. And Ike was probably sweating. You Ike fans out there were probably sweating a little bit, huh? All right. that's 3 matches in already, guys, and 3 good ones, I would say. Now we've got our first Team Mario Division matchup. It is Zelda. And it is Yoshi. And again, we've got a 2-2 versus a 3-2. This is basically a high card level match, I would say. This one is that Lucario and Marth, the Samus and Lucas, the Pikachu in the trainer match coming up later. I mean, they're all so good. So close ones. A decent bit of wins, especially on someone like Zelda here, who's already had her bye. She can move up to 3-2 after this, which is a very good record to have. Of course, then there's Yoshi already at 3-2, without having his bye just yet. And oh man, that Sizer did some work there. Zelda knocked off the first time. There's Yoshi in the lead now, 37% on his first life still. It's not much. He's got a Vulpix out there. Oh, Zelda gets the top of Coco though. And kinda in the middle of the map, but on the side Yoshi is, so he actually can't return to the map and gets knocked off. Wow, pretty much even then, as we could probably expect it to be. Again, as we move through the sets here, we're going to be able to probably predict a little better who will beat who, especially once we're into the second half and everyone would have played each other once at that point. Fennekin, very top there. Yoshi 78, Zelda 48. Anyone's game for sure. Both basically in the orange. Yoshi literally riding his go-goat like he meant to do that. Throwing egg bombs like some kind of cowboy or goat boy. Oh man, nice block of the knight there. Or that probably easily would have sent him flying at 103%. We're at 80 to 118 here on their second stock. This is an epic battle. Ooh. Yoshi catches Zelda nicely. He needs to do some more damage. He keeps doing the egg spin on these little platforms, though. Not really helpful. The old Executor, it doesn't matter where you pop him out at, he's always going to find his way to the worst spot possible. As we'll see here, he's going to push them probably the entire way to the other side of the map. Yoshi gets the first knockout on their second stocks, but he's already at 141%. He's dealing with a Pincurchin. Oh, and Zelda, nice. Got him nicely there in that attack, and ooh man, a Din's Fire into the half-charged Knight, but it was enough at 150% for Yoshi. Takes him down. And we're all tied up with one stock left. Zelda trying to move to 3-2, Yoshi trying to move to 4-2 before his bye coming up in set 8. So not next set, but the set after that, Yoshi will finally have his bye. Until then, just trying to get as many wins as he can, stay up as close as he can with that top-ranked Link at 4-1 right now. Oh, I was going to say ground pound that one. It was a long shot, but hey, why not? He managed to come down and hit it too. 44 to 102. Zelda's winning this pretty handily. Yoshi just needs a couple decent shots though to come right back in this. He was able to block that big up A attack, or else he would have been in trouble. He's in trouble now, stuck in the Togedemaru. He almost got caught in that and the Knight at the same time. Takes another little blast, it looked like, from it, and 165. He cannot take any more damage. 77 on Zelda now. Oh man, is he gonna go for a ground pound down? Nope. That would have been crazy. Throws that Pokeball off the map. He needs oh, he did it! I was gonna say he needs everything he can get off the side of the map there if he wants a comeback, and he actually did it. Yoshi. able to just barely take this victory over Zelda, who he was at 165% at the end there. 4 minute and 26-second match. What a match it was. Zelda actually did more damage, right? Projectiles 11 to 8 in items. Zelda's favor. Zelda gave 444% damage. Yoshi 326. They both took about the same as they get their opponent gave, that is. And so Zelda ahead in most things, but yeah, Yoshi able to take it in the end though. What a big comeback victory for the 3-2 Yoshi. Again, to stay in that top half. Unfortunately for Zelda, she's perhaps going to drop to the bottom half, being 2 and 3, but hey, got a chance to come back. It's still early. Next, we've got our first Team Baddie Division matchup. And this is going to be another top-ranked fella here in Bowser going up against the bottomest of the bottom, Meta Knight. Which, you know, I'm a little upset about because in Brawl, which is all we are only using the fighters up to and including Brawl. In Brawl, Meta Knight was one of my favorite characters to use, him and Pit. So I'm a little sad seeing that Meta Knight is at the bottom, and in fact, Pit is also at the bottom at 1 and 4 in his division with Olimar. We'll see. Maybe Pit will win today and go to 2 and 4. Olimar just dropped to 1 and 5, like going up against Ike. So anyway, here we have Bowser, Meta Knight. Bowser, of course, is 4 and 1, and Meta Knight, obviously, yes, 0 and 5 right now, struggling mightily. But I think he's had some close ones. I don't think he hasn't just been shut out every time or anything. He's fought well. He could win some of these. He's also in an extremely difficult division for himself. We'll also mention that because he's small. Wolf is another one that's smaller in this Baddies division, but I mean, you're dealing with Ganondorf, Dedede, Bowser, Wario. I guess that's it, but still, that's a lot of big guys. Mewtwo. It's mostly the whole division is big, other than Meta Knight, Wolf, and Snake. I guess is like I'm not sure where you rank Snake. He's like in the middle. I think he's got some big attacks, so that's kind of what helps him. You got a big attack to counter the big, you know, that's big enough, just like you're a big person, even if you maybe fall like a medium-sized person. Then at least you can do something. But Meta Knight, a beautiful offensive showing there, pokes Bowser right off of the map, and he's keeping this one close, just like Olimar keeping the Ike match close. This is neck and neck here. And yeah, the Marshadow now for Meta Knight. Bowser's got to deal with that, and it looked like, yeah, Meta Knight did not use that Pokeball yet. He's just holding it. Wait, what happened? He threw it over to, yeah, he threw that one out. It's Giratina there, and the Scissor coming out in that new one. He's got all of them for himself here, and he's not doing much. With, oh no, nope. Bowser not quite falling into that, rising, I should say, into that third Giratina gust. But again, Meta Knight 44%. Bowser's at 104. Bowser is at 117 now after that sword flurry. Nice up B there from Meta Knight. Man, he almost caught Bowser in that down B right afterwards. This is, oh, and the Beware comes out for Meta Knight. And the Abomasnow. Let's see. Pincurchin may have been Bowser's. Bowser just chilling. Oh, off the side of the map. Beware almost gets the one uppercut. Bowser avoided all of that. That was really impressive. Also avoided the Abomasnow the whole time. Wow. He's at 156%. He may have taken one little tiny hit, but it's enough. Meta Knight takes him out. I don't know where he's going. 80% on Meta Knight's second stock. He's actually about to pull off a massive upset against Bowser. If he can do it, this would be incredible. That was Snorlax for Bowser. That is Arceus for Bowser. Oh boy. Oof. Meta Knight just needs to stay. Never mind. Doesn't matter where he goes. Arceus just blew him right off the map. And now we're basically, again, dead even. 21% on Bowser, caught in the Ember of the Vulpix and the slight flurry of the Sword of Meta Knight. It's up to 46% now, Meta Knight at 23%. Anyone's match, obviously, because Bowser, yes, easily will bring Meta Knight up to his percentage with a couple strikes, maybe just one strike. There it is. Meta Knight, gotta be careful. You definitely want to finish as fast as you can, and he just strayed right into that Lunala blast, Moon Blast, and it is not pretty. Bowser able to take a victory over the 0-5 Meta Knight, barely. Again, just like Ike, probably sweating pretty hard there, Bowser and Bowser fans. 403 to take out Meta Knight. That was a tough one for sure. 10 to 10 in items. If it wasn't for Arceus and some other help, it's very possible Bowser would have lost that. That was a very close one. Finally, though, we got one more for our low card, our mid card set. That is, got a lot of 3 Team Universe matchups in this one here in this side. We have none in the high card. That might tend to happen sometimes, but all of these matchups are great, I would say, in the Team Universe. It's such a deal with only 8 in the division. It's going to be close for a while. We might see after the halfway point 1, maybe 2 of the fighters start falling away from playoff contention. But for the time being, everyone is still vying to stay in contention, I should say, for the most part, for these lower ranks, which Pikachu is slightly lower ranked, but not really that low at 2 and 3, going up against the Pokemon Trainer at 3 and 2. Pokemon Trainer, obviously a tough opponent. Pikachu, though, winning his last 2 matches, or other than, never mind, not the last one, but 2 before that, Pikachu won, because he wasn't able to pull out the one against Lucario. We talked about that in Lucario's match earlier. So that's where we stand here. Pikachu going off against the Squirtle to begin things, of course. Then now Ivysaur out. Pikachu gets the Snorlax and launches Ivysaur pretty well himself first. Now we got Charizard out. Charizard does not get that Pokeball. He goes for the Fire Charge, Fire Rush, whatever you want to call that. He did get that afterward, though, and it is Latios and Latios. Pikachu almost avoids all of those. He gets hit once, though. 60% to 108% right now. Pikachu handling this pretty well at the moment. Grabs another Pokeball. The Ditto. Oh boy. Got 2 Pikachus. 2 Chews. That's going to be a lot to deal with. Ivysaur comes out now. Not the worst choice. But he gets knocked off. So now it's Charizard. 78% for Pikachu, and he has the first knockout. Another Pokeball. The Ditto Pikachu does not grab it. Regular Pikachu does. It's Gardevoir. Squirtle comes out now. Watch out. He's weak to lightning. Not really. But he is. Just not in Smash Bros. Now we got Ivysaur. Also, Charizard's weak to lightning, but not in Smash Bros. Just saying. Because he's also flying. Pokeball over there. There's an Inkay breakdancing. There's an Electrode about to explode on top of him. And Charizard does avoid that, even though it doesn't look like he was actually trying to. He was just fighting Pikachu. Finally got him at 103, that first stalk. And he's at 137. Pikachu's done a ton of damage to Pokemon Trainer's Pokemon here. 150% now. Ooh, but he is getting smacked by that Alolan Raichu a little bit. Pikachu, that is. And did Charizard grab that other Pokeball? Maybe not. Maybe no. Maybe there wasn't one. Maybe I'm seeing things. There is one there, though. Pikachu going to be able to get that and use it. It's a Snivy. Razor leaving to nothing. Another Pokeball. Ooh, it's a Marshadow. And Ivysaur going off the side trying to attack Pikachu. Kind of pays for it there. But staying off the map does help not have to deal with the Marshadow, because if you get hit by that at 196%, you have no chance. 199%. Just going to keep Charizard out maybe now. And oh no. Yep. We got stunned by the Marth Shadow, I believe, and that will do it. Pikachu immediately taking advantage, and oh boy, we gotta beware now. Squirtle has to beware, as Pikachu has the beware. Ooh, nice hit there, though. A Pokeball for himself. It's a Meowth, and he just blocked that beware uppercut. Oh my. And that was the only one that hit him, but he blocked the entire thing. That was crazy. And what a comeback here. With a knockout on Pikachu, we're all tied up all of a sudden. Pikachu had a decent advantage here for a while, but yeah, things have turned around as the sun eclipses. The moon eclipses the sun, we'll say that. And oh no, the Keldeo comes out for Pokemon Trainer. It's over. There's no way, Pikachu! You're standing next to a Keldeo! Oh man, and another comeback victory for the favored team, you could say, the higher ranked team. Barely, 3 of them now of the 6, barely pulling that one off. 350. Pretty much the same amount of damage given. That was interesting. Almost the same launch speed for both too. That's crazy. Items grabbed 10 to 9. That was, can't get much closer than that, can you? Pokemon Trainer did, of course, have a massive advantage then at the end with the Keldeo. That's really all that changed things, really. Other than that, we would have just been duking it out till someone made the right move. But that is it for our mid-card, guys. I will be right back. We'll return shortly after this short video pause for the low card. Be right back. Stay tuned. All right, we are back, everybody, with the low card rounds of set number 6 here of our Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Challenge. AI Challenge, that is. First, here in the low card, we've got Fox in the Team Nintendo bracket. We got Fox, and we got Mr. Game & Watch. Still trying to pick up his first win down there at 0-4. Fox at 2-2 right now. Middle of the pack. Already had his bye. In fact, had his bye yesterday, or the last set. Seeing if he can come back here after that and maybe string together a few more wins. He did lose. He actually win his last match he played. Lost the one before that, however. So he's looking for 2 in a row here. Fox does have wins against both. Let's see where those are. Lost him. Looking in the wrong division. He does have wins against both Lucas and Zero Suit Samus. So not... Ooh, man. Game & Watch, though, taking him out first very quickly. Those are 2 good fighters to have wins against, especially because Lucas just moved to 3-3. Zero Suit Samus could also be doing that later against Falco. Fox did, however, lose against Falco, who could himself move to 3-3 if he beats Zero Suit. Oh man, I don't know what Game & Watch was doing there. Fox just walked up to him and smacked him in the head. And there he goes. Pretty much evened up now. I don't know, did the Bellossom get him? Was he sleeping? It's just hard to tell when Mr. Game & Watch is asleep. Inkay is dancing there, and yeah, the fighters are fighting. Meat, thrown, trident, 8, hammer, missed. That was scary. Pitchfork, that is, not trident. Bomb, Exeggutor pushing everybody away, including Vulpix. Oh man, the meat into the face of Fox while he was trying to fire himself up onto the ledge, and then knocked him out. We've got a double Game & Watch. Fox is lucky he only took a 2. He's got a 2 with 2 hammers right now, and 2 Frying pans. Uh-oh. That's a lot of meat. And this is crazy right now. Mr. Game & Watch is about to take perhaps his first victory here over the 2-2 Fox. And again, Game & Watch is one of those who's always putting on a good show. He's always very close to victory, even though he's 0-4. You could almost maybe go back and look, make sure. But it's possible he could be 4-0 if some of these matches were just slightly different. And this one, obviously, yes, he's got the Lunala now. Fox gonna have some trouble here trying to get back on the map, and he is not going to be able to do it. Lunala blasts him away. Mimikyu was also just brought out. And that, my friends, is Mr. Game & Watch getting his first victory of the entire season. You don't want to be the one that loses to the winless people, but we've had some good fighters lose to the winless ones already, and so you know, I guess you just gotta take it. 1184 launch speed. We've had some much higher than that, but that's pretty good. 4-11 in items in favor of Mr. Game & Watch. Usually with an item discrepancy that large, it's going to be in favor of the winner. And that time it is as well. And now we've got, I believe might be a pretty good one here myself. We've got a Team Mario matchup between Luigi and Peach. This is a 1-3 versus 3-1. Now again, Peach had a bye, so she had 3 wins in a row, went to her bye 3-0 in set 4, and then came back and lost to Toon Link. Now, speaking of undefeateds who lost to winless people, that is one of them. Toon Link was winless until he beat the undefeated Peach last set. So can Peach bounce back from that at 3-1 here now? Can Luigi finally get a win? We'll see. He's getting pelted by that Star Use Swift attack at the moment, and for basically the entire thing. So he's got to avoid that Moltres and the Entei, both in decent positions there for Peach. I think those are both Peaches, yes. Luigi hasn't quite been on the map, although they are very even in percent right now. Peach is throwing turnips, but she's not even close to Luigi. They both grab a Pokeball. It's a Keldeo versus an Alolan Vulpix. Keldeo for Peach, that is not even fair. Luigi's done his first life, for sure. Oh my goodness, and now Peach gets a Beware. Are you serious right now? So Keldeo's going to get at least one more swipe in there. Yeah, now he's gone, but no. Beware already got one uppercut in. So Luigi's at 56% already on the second stock, and he's lucky that Beware is also gone now. The Alolan Raichu out, however, and Luigi just takes that directly to the forehead for some reason. It takes quite a few hits from it, 73%. He's lucky he made it back on. I believe Peach just got that Arceus as well. Yeah, and Luigi just got blasted right off of the map. And now Peach got a Ditto. Oh my goodness. What do you do against that? It's crazy. He did get Peach, however, once now. Ditto Peach just pulled the Metagross. Ditto Peach probably not going to be around much longer, but I was going to say that wouldn't be bad if you got another Pokeball. Didn't do a whole lot, but grabbing Pokeballs isn't bad. Melota coming out now. Meletta. It's always annoying. Could be worse, of course. Could be a Keldeo or a Beware. So probably, I believe those are where we're saying probably the worst 2 to get, other than like some other legendaries, maybe like I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. All the legendaries are pretty scary once it comes to Kyogre is probably one of the other, maybe the other of the top 3. So hard to avoid, and it will just blast you off the side. It's like a very much upgraded Alolan Raichu. But I'd love to see your thoughts on that, on your ranks of the Pokemon, especially as in regards to how the AI uses it. Snorlax, of course, great if he can actually be hit. But Peach, a nice uppercut there to finish off Luigi. It wasn't very close. Peach taking it very easily because of all those great Pokemon she spawned. 255. Wasn't even close on the Pokeballs. 4 to 13. Obviously, watch that one happen. But yeah, not an easy match. Peach is very difficult to deal with. It's incredible that Toon Link was able to do it. But hey, we'll see who else can take some wins against her later on. Luigi falls to 1-4. Peach goes to 4-1. We've got Snake now, the fighter in Team Baddies that doesn't quite belong there, against Ganondorf. There's a lot that could move out of Team Baddies. Like Mewtwo doesn't actually have to be in Team Baddies, right? There's a few other ones, but we need more in the division. So Snake versus Ganondorf. Here we go. 1-4 versus 2-3. Sort of the bottom of the barrel, except for Meta Knight, of course. These are the two lowest, except for Meta Knight. Ganondorf needs a win here at 2-3 to stay with everybody else in the division. The other 5 in the division that are 3-2 or more. He needs to get his third win here. There's going to be some that are dropping a game that are 3-2 currently, and will drop to 3-3 in the Team Baddies division. Ganondorf needs to make sure that he wins to get up to 3-3 and remain with those guys. Snake obviously needs to win as well, or else he's going to be pretty much again in the same predicament as Meta Knight, because 1-5 is not much different than 0-6. But we'll see. They got a lot of Pokemon coming out. It looks like that one there, the Sizer didn't do a whole lot. The Raichu is for Ganondorf, not doing much. Ganondorf now is the Dedede. Again, he's controlling the map, he's controlling the Pokeball flow. And now, Snake maybe be able to grab one. Nope. Ganondorf blocking that combo, I believe. Grabbed the Pokeball, got the Alolan Vulpix. The shoulder charge. So 113 on Snake. That's a Ditto for Ganondorf. Oh boy. 87 on Ganondorf. Oh man, Ditto Ganon just took out Snake. No problem. Got another Pokeball. It's an Eevee. There's a bomb up at the... there's a mine at the top of the stage. Right where that Pokeball spawned. So Snake able to get that. Snivy. Razor Leaf. Not doing a whole lot. Ditto, of course, gone now. 127 on Ganondorf. Snake could easily tie this thing up if he can get a good hit here. Oh, Ganondorf blocking everything that Snake throws at him. Another block. Wow. Snake's getting some good hits in there. He just... oh, he went way too far down, and Snake just self-destructed. Uh-oh. And he's self-destructing in this match, fellas. Hey, he's not going to be able to do it. Who is his one win against? It is against Meta Knight. That is why. So... at least Snake differentiating himself from the guy at the very bottom, but only by beating him. It'd be great. You know that he wants to get a win over more than just Meta Knight. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, it's trending toward no. He did finally get Ganondorf there at about 192% or so. Ganondorf's got him already, though. The 83 on this final life. And he's got, oh man, a Staryu that just followed him down to right below the edge of the map. So he's just got a Mew, got a Blossom. Mew doesn't do anything at all. Does Mew just lift you up if you're above it? Easy win there though. Snake falling into the Blossom. Ganondorf just charges that attack up and fires away. Took that one pretty easily. Sorry, Snake. 254 is a slightly... I mean, it was average, I should say. 3 is about average. 5 to 9 in items. Snake's a little bigger, so, it took a little longer to knock him off, even though Ganondorf had it handled the whole time. And, of course, Snake did kind of give one of his stock away. He did not need to fall that far before using his up B. That was pretty silly of you, Snake. All right, we've got actually our final, believe it or not, our final Team Universe match, since we already had 3 of the 4 in the mid-card. The last ones to go here are Jiggly and Pit. see if Pit can finally get his second win here. And again, Jiggly just lost 2 times ago. No, Jiggly just lost to Ike, right? Yeah. So needs to. Oh yeah, just lost to Ike, but then also before that lost to Marth. That's right. Yeah, we did talk about that. 3 and 2 Jigglypuff with a 1 and 4 Pit. Losing to Marth and Ike, Jigglypuff. The last 2 matches. So does Jigglypuff go from 3 and 0 to 3 and 3? Or was it just because he couldn't deal with the swords of the Fire Emblem fellas? Now has to deal with a double Pit. %98 already on Jigglypuff, 102. Pit doing fine at 15. Got a bunch of Pokemon out. Jigglypuff just swiped into the Mimikyu, and that is going to be first elimination easily. 160 some. Gets obliterated inside the Mimikyu. 21% on Pit. Oh. Pokeball does fall off the side there. Pit's got another one. It's an Abra. Swipes Jigglypuff into the Abra. Almost shoots arrows at Jigglypuff into the Abra. Is that Jigglypuff's go-go? Either way, just a go-go. That and Abra, 2 of the probably worst to get. Not the worst. Goldeen, I guess, would be the worst. I haven't seen a Goldeen in a bit here. At least maybe just haven't seen, literally haven't seen it. Maybe it's come out, I don't know. The Arceus, though, for Jigglypuff, perhaps going to turn things around a little bit here. Jigglypuff, yes. Going to take Pit out. Going to get the Lunala. Going to block that Pit, incoming Pit there. That was nice. Got him again, and did tons of damage because of that. Into the Lunala, and then into the Lunala again. And now a Scizor floating around. Pit. Oh! Jigglypuff just kicked him into the last Lunala Blast and just knocked him out again. Just took the lead. Pretty commanding lead here. The Alolan Raichu for Pit, maybe that'll help him come back. Jigglypuff already at 105% though on the second stock. Not like he has nothing on him. So nice kick coming down from the sky here. Under 13 now. Pit not taking too much damage. He's got that EV. Jigglypuff has a Fennekin now. Oh, there goes Jiggly. We're pretty much, again, tied right back up. Pit has 17. Jigglypuff now already at 15 after those attacks. 17 herself. 20. Abomasnow for Pit down there. Exeggutor just being annoying. Doesn't matter whose it is. Mimikyu for Pit. Right behind the Exeggutor. I don't know if they can swipe through it or not, but it doesn't matter because Exeggutor's gone. Mimikyu just grabbed up Jigglypuff, and Pit is late. Well, only got a little bit of damage in himself while that was happening. Jigglypuff only at 58%. Could have been a lot worse. Oh no, the Marshadow though. Now, Jigglypuff's got to run for his life. Away. Uh-oh, he got stunned. Pit actually knocked him out of Marshadow's attack. Did a ton of damage, of course. 88% now on Jigglypuff. And put to sleep, and Pit just took it over Jigglypuff. Can you believe it? Now that, in my opinion, counts as an upset. The 1 and 4 Pit over the 3 and 2 Jigglypuff. Incredible. 4:05 match. We've had a lot of long ones today. And some epic ones. 7 to 11 in items. And we're moving right along. We got Zero Suit Samus. And we got Falco. These are both 2 and 3s in that big stack of 2 and 3s in Team Nintendo. So, of course, both of them looking to go up to 500 right now. They are, in fact, both looking to go up to 500. They've never been there, I don't think, unless they're, you know, when they were 1 and 1 maybe. So they're definitely trying. Well, Falco may have been 2 and 2 at one point. Oh yeah, you know what? I think they may have both been 2 and 2. So they're both trying to get back, just right back into 500. They've never been over 500 though. Somebody though, going back to 500. Somebody dropping, unfortunately, to 2 and 4 here. Of these two pretty good competitors, I would say. Wow, very quick. Victini for Zero Suit Samus there, giving the final smash. Able to get Falco out quickly with only 70% done, most of it done during that final smash. 67 on Samus. She was actually quite behind, I believe, there. Falco looking for an answer to that Victini. That definitely is another great one to get. Definitely makes the top 5, I would say. Kyogre, Victini, Beware, Keldeo. Sure, in a moment we'll remember the other one that's really good. Lunala, of course, is extremely good. Solgaleo, both of those could potentially be top 5 candidates. Just extremely strong. They cover a lot of area. Kind of like Lugia, but Lugia seems like he's avoidable easier than those other two. But when he hits you, you're going to be gone. Zero Suit Samus doing a really good job here with this first life now. Oh, never mind. I take that back. There she goes. 53%, however, on Falco's second stock as Zero Suit Samus just begins her for her second. Oh, Scissor coming out for the Falco. Samus stuck on the side of the map right now. Falco able to grab another Pokeball here. It's a Beware. Scissor, of course, another really good Pokemon to get. Not top 5, but definitely really good. Ooh, man. Falco able to make it back onto the map. Samus takes an uppercut from Beware, and she loses her second stock. Falco now in the lead, even though he has 102% on him. And Samus just got 2 Pokeballs, a Swirlix and a Spupa, kind of locking down that side of the map where Falco is. And he just goes straight through it. Might as well just get to that other side immediately. Chespin now over there for Samus. Wow. She's got all kinds of Pokemon, zoning Pokemon. But they're all gone now. 138 for Falco, however. Let's see how long he can keep this second stock going, as he's now doing, 37% onto Samus's last life. He's got another Pokeball. It's a Gardevoir, and he's out of here at 146. 40% on Samus. 43. So Gardevoir Safeguard, does that actually... No, that doesn't do damage. She's not taking damage. I'm not sure what that 3% damage came from. And that was... Yes. That was Falco's Latios and Latios, and one hit the wrong direction as Samus jumped off the side, and she just got lasered downward. And that's Falco's win. Just like that. Let's see how fast she got launched. That might have been pretty quick. Hard to tell. No, not very fast. She was so far down that it didn't take very much, I guess. So 8-8 in items. That was obviously extremely close. It was anyone's game. Samus, maybe we'll have to go back and see that replay. You'll have to. Fortunately, we don't have replay capabilities yet. That would be amazing. But it's possible, yeah, Samus could have probably not fallen so far there again. But then the Latios and Latios coming out at that moment was really bad for her. Spelled her defeat, in fact. I think she may have also been too far down to save herself. I don't know how far up she can go, but anyway, we have one more low card matchup, and it is that undefeated killer Toon Link versus Mario, the struggling. Here we go. 1-3 Toon Link. And again, his only win against Peach. And 2-3 Mario, who has just not had much luck. But he beat Luigi, And he beat Diddy, so I guess, no, his wins weren't against the best of characters. He lost then against Kirby, Yoshi, and Link, and so I guess it's kind of proven where he stands. But where does Toon Link stand, you know? Where do these two stand in regards to each other? Are they middle of the pack, both of them? Is Toon Link, in fact, better than his record seems? Is Mario's record better than the 2 and 3, or is it worse? Is it actually going to be like, you know, 2 and 7? We'll find out. Tapu Koko here for Mario. Again, so much of it comes down to how the Pokemon count. And that just gives that extra chance for everybody to win here. In case you don't have the strength to beat a certain opponent, the Pokemon might just help you. And again, this is a slightly Pokemon channel, I would say. We do a lot of Pokemon stuff here, so it seemed fitting for Season 0, promotional season here, which is just video. We're going to be streaming this in the future, of course, Season 1 and onward. But for this one, I figured, you know what? At least for this one, we'll do Pokeballs. No items but Pokeballs. It'll be super fun, because the Pokemon will play such a prominent role in every match, which they do. Toon Link, a nice shot there on Mario, gets the first knockout. He is at 144% though. It might end up being quite close here. Mario's got Pokemon down there. And Link getting out of the Alolan Vulpix ice just in time. 162%, 171%. Mario still can't get him off. There, maybe, nope. Still strong, 181. Mario hasn't taken any damage on his second life, so they are tied neck and neck with 2 stock left. So like and subscribe. Sure to do all that good stuff for when start doing all those things in the future. Season 1, be able to bet live. It won't be, you know, real betting with real money, any kind of currency, but we will have stream points that are also don't hold any monetary value, but it's possible that we'll use those stream points for whoever gets the most at the end of the season. Maybe they'll get a prize. Maybe we'll do prizes for even like a top 3. And that'll also, those stream points that you can bet on games, you will be given by choosing who you think will win. If you have no stream points, it'll be like 10 points will be given for you to you if you choose matches, a match, and then you can use those 10 points to bet further in the other matches to get even more stream points. And we'll be able to use those throughout all the other AI challenge tournament things we do that are not just Super Smash Bros, but when we do Beyond Lumina, our own stories, Fight Club through WWE 2K universe, we'll be able to you'll be able to bet using the stream points that you gain here on that channel, or on that in that series, as well as some other series we may perhaps do. Who knows? Civ 6. Age of Empires 2. I don't know what else we would do other than those. But maybe, we'll see. Could be more in the future, who knows. Right now we're at 124 to 125, but Toon Link only has 1 stock left. Mario's actually done quite well here against him. Had a little bit of help, I'm sure. But not a very close one. Link needs to get him off the map immediately if he's going to have any shot here. Ooh, man, a nice kick from Mario. Almost sends Link off for the last time. At 154, they're both over 150. Both easily launchable at this point. Snorlax for Mario. Nope, doesn't hit anybody. Link launched very high there. Oh, there it is. Mario catches him finally at 172 or so %. That's way more than enough. Mario wins it. 2 lives left. So a pretty decent showing there. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it just proves where Toon Link really belongs. But you gotta remember that Toon Link beat Peach. Peach, who is, well, unfortunately, Peach, who's now Well, no, never mind. She's 4-1. She's still hanging in there. She only lost to Toon, so Mario, I don't know, beating him might not be the worst thing. He does move to 3-3. That's certainly not the worst thing. But that's it, I guess. That's it for the low card. Very entertaining matches, some very good ones. 3-3 now for Mario. Let's just do a quick recap. We've got in the mid card, we had Lucario beating Marth. We had Lucas beating Samus. We had Ike over Olimar. We had Yoshi beat Zelda. Bowser beat Meta Knight. And Pokemon Trainer had beaten Pikachu. Here in the low card, we had Mr. Game & Watch get his first win over Fox. Peach again beat Luigi. Ganondorf beat Snake. Pit defeated Jigglypuff, which was another big upset there. Jigglypuff now falling to 3-3. Falco beat Zero Suit Samus, and then just now Mario defeating Toon. We'll be back in a moment, just for video purposes. We'll take a break here, and we'll be back with the 6 high card matches. Stay tuned. This is Nerds Templar. All right, guys, we are here with the high card matches. 6 matches left in our set 6 of 22 here in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate AI Challenge Season 0. Again, Season 0 being videoed, but and released later, obviously. But this is just the promotional series season for what's to come in Season 1 and beyond, which will be live. And we will be giving stream points out for those who guess the matches right beforehand. It'll be like a little fun little monetary-less, there's not valueless betting, the best kind. You have fake money, there's no value to it other than this very little value it'll have for perhaps the ones who finish top 3 in the season. Maybe they'll get some little prizes sent to them, something like that. That's really the only thing it means. It's nothing more than that. That'll be Season 1 and beyond, though, and it'll probably just grow from there, right? That's what we would hope. But for now, just get ready for that, and maybe make some of your own choices here. We'll also have other ways probably of gaining points here and there. So there'll be other ways. Incentive to join the streams, join the other streams as well, because this may not be the only AI series we do. And in Super Smash Bros. We may do other games, AI versions, especially beyond Lumina Fight Club. You'll probably see that. And so these stream points will apply to any games that you want to bet on in any universe, any series. Let's begin this high card matchup set of 6. It's bound to be fantastic. We're going to begin with Team Nintendo Ice Climbers versus Captain Falco. This, of course, a 2-2 Ice Climbers versus the 4-0 Captain Falcon, sitting, of course, then at the top of the Team Nintendo division, alone at 4-0. Got the 3-1 Ness right behind him, but you know what? Other than that, we're still waiting to see if anyone here escapes with just 2 losses after this week. Right now, Ness is still up to go. Rob, both of those 3-1 and 3-2 right now. So one of those 2, I guess, is going to end up here and pretty much in second place, the winner of that, because Samus lost, went to 3-3. Fox is 2-3. Ice Climbers, however, could move to 3-2 themselves if they can dethrone the reigning champion here in Team Nintendo division. It's not looking great for them, but we'll see. You've got the Pincurchin and the Metagross. Looks like those are probably Captain Falcon's because he was standing underneath them. Got another ball out. Block and Ice, getting hit by a few of those, I think. 113 to 84, though. Ice Climber's actually doing a little bit of damage there before finally getting knocked out for the first time. Captain Falcon is up to 84%, though. It's not nothing. Got the Togedemaru, though. Again, you get that first knockout, you gain control instantly of the map, and it's always scary when that happens. And this, I was was just about to say, it's scary when something like this happens, and it literally happened. Not quite when they were knocked out. He didn't get the ball exactly when they were knocked out, but right afterward, he did get that Keldeo. And that immediately turns things around because it's still out. And it got one more hit out there. And one more ball while they were dealing with that. Now they're dealing with a Genesect, and they just got blasted by the big laser. There's one more left, I believe. Yes, they missed that one at least. They're already up to 61% on their last stock, the poor Ice Climbers. 148 on Captain Falcon after that Darkrai. 53. Ooh, he blocked that. Got the Metronome Explosion. I don't know what exactly happened there, if he blocked that explosion or not, but he did not block the Ice Climbers in any case. I'm pretty sure they got that knockout themselves. 66% on their last stock. It could be worse, honestly. We've seen bigger comebacks, I believe, than this. There's about one full stock back now. Yes, a nice hit there from the Ice Climbers. They just got Luna out, I believe. Yes. And, oh man, Captain Falcon jumped straight into that. Is he going to throw this? Wow, he just did it again, and he got knocked out. It is almost tied up. We are 1-1 stock. Ice Climbers are at 79.9% damage. Lunala is gone. There's an Executor and a Gardevoir. The ball just fell like underneath the Executor. Ice Climbers got it. This is huge right here. It's 90-44 on the comeback, and they got a Chespin in the middle of the mat. 90-60. Wow. Incredible comeback. They just got a Staryu, and Falcon is able to avoid that for now. Some big hit, and Captain Falcon can hit huge, I was about to say. And there it is. Can he finish it? No, the Ice Climber is able to make it back up. We had the finishing blast, but not quite enough. Oh, the Tapu Koko, though. That will do it. What a match that one was. Ice Climber is incredibly close to coming back and taking that one. Falcon hanging on by the skin of his teeth. By the smallest hair on his chinny chin. But he did it. That's what matters. That goes down in the record books as a W, and that's what you need. 7-11 in items. He did win that, and that honestly probably did win him the game. But well done to the Ice Climbers. Even though they moved to 2 and 3, they've been putting on a pretty good showing thus far, I would say. Now, second match of our high card here at the end. We got Sheik. You know what's coming next. This should be an interesting one. It's Link. That's right. It does not. Honestly, it doesn't even seem right, does it? It's kind of going to be hard to watch, to be honest. But what's going to be harder to watch is when he has to fight Zelda. Anyway, this is a 2 and 3 versus a 4 and 1. It's just a video game, luckily. But still, of course, Nintendo and everybody else loves portraying men beating up women. It's, you know. Anyway, here we go. Back and forth. Should be a relatively quick match. Link is, you know, not the quickest. Sheik, obviously, one of the quickest. And the Entei coming out. Link just step into the other side of the map. He just got one. He got a Goldeen. So nice underneath Sheik there. Nice attack, sword attack there from Link. It's 39-67. Was that Sheik's Kyurem? It might have been. Must have been, yeah. Link trying to block it. The little tiny pieces that were hitting him at the bottom there. That may be his Bullpix. That is not his Metagross, though. Falling down onto his head. But he just gets out of there. Punishes Sheik a little bit. It's 108-73. When it's, you know, head-to-head, Link seems to have this one in the bag, but Sheik does continue to get a lot of these Pokeballs. Again, Sheik's speed is going to play a big part in that. We've seen Diddy, in fact, pick up his first win, probably because he was able to dart around the map and do the same. Sheik not grabbing that ball, or now there's one right next to that exploding Electrode, which Link opts not to get. is 138 to 105. It is a lot of damage out there on both of their first stocks. Link is just firing arrows and throwing the boomerang, trying to keep Sheik off. Actually did so. Wow. Was successful there. 110 left on Link after the first fall. On the side of Sheik, of course. And Giratina is up on the top platform. That's really not the most useful place for him to be. Unless you do that, and oh, just barely missed getting him in there. A bunch of Pokeballs for Sheik, actually threw one off the map, and Link not going to be able to make it up, and Sheik is actually. Oh, wasn't sure about that one. So it is 2-2. It is very much tied up now, 36 to 4%. Anyone's game. Link finally making it over the Exeggutor. It's probably about to go away anyway. But there's a Mimikyu over there now that he's got to deal with. Again, probably not for too much longer. Doesn't matter. Got him now. It's going to help even things up. I think, yeah, the Fletchling is going to get a little damage in there too. Everyone piling on Link there. Luckily, he was low for, again, Mimikyu. If you get up to probably 100%, maybe 120%, you will just insta get knocked out from the Mimikyu. It will just destroy you immediately. Link, however, speaking of being destroyed, just got destroyed by that Suicune's Ice Blast, Ice Beam. Great shot there, Suicune. Someone's got to be keeping track of all the Pokemon's knockouts and get us a ranking of all the Pokemon and how many knockouts they all get. The only way you could rank them, they of course can't win or lose. They can just, but they do certainly knock these guys out a lot. I'm not gonna lie, especially some of them. Suicune gets his fair share. Entei as well. 118 to 49. But Sheik has this extra stock. Is there going to be a massive upset here? 2-2, the 2 and 3 against the 4 and 1 Link. It's very possible right now. Actually, I'd say it's probable right now. The way things are. 122 on Sheik still. Extra life left. 66 already on Link's last. Just got a Ditto. And a Swirlix. That's not the most helpful for him. And yeah, really, Sheik's Pokemon definitely helped her out in this one, I would say. But now it's 1-1 in stock. But Link is up to 78. Not the worst for him. It's basically, you can't be much more than that. In Sheik's case, I would be saying, I'm glad it's at least like 75% plus going into this last one. That's a decent cushion to have coming into your last life. A long match here. Snorlax going to be down on the left side. Probably not going to do anything. As usual, Snorlax is incredibly strong, but usually tough to hit with them against the AI here. AI versus AI. Link opting not to go for that Pokeball either, and that may be the winning Pokeball. Who knows? He does now. It just barely makes it onto the field. It's a Moletta. Could certainly zone a little bit here for the next Pokeball, which is an Abra. Yeah, Link's not getting very lucky with his Pokeball grabs. Sheik had a few good ones, and actually, yeah, Link is 117 now, has the Eevee out there on the right, and Sheik is at 89. It's anyone's game at this point, but yeah, Link does have a ton. Actually just tied it up with that big hit, and there's another one, and that is game. How close was that one? Link just barely beating Sheik. That was incredibly close, but that was a comeback. A comeback for the favorited fighter. 5:43, probably one of the longest matches we've had. That was crazy. And there's the rundown, and we 23 to 16 items grabbed. Link grabbed more of those Pokeballs. 23 to 16 in favor of Sheik, that is. And again, that's probably what made it so close. And also the fact that Sheik got much better Pokemon. But now we move on to match number 3 of 6 of the high card matches. And 18 total today, of course. Coming down to the end here, we've got the 3-2 Wolf versus the 3-2 Mewtwo. It doesn't get much better than this, but there are still 3 matches left afterward, believe it or not. Still another Team Baddies match, still another all of them, except after this one, except the Team Universe, which of course we saw the last of. Called that one out when it was Jiggly and Pit. And now, yes, Wolf on the rise, I should say Mewtwo on the rise here, winning his last 3 to go to 3-2. Wolf won his first one, and then lost, and then he won 2, and then he lost again. So he's kind of been back and forth, but his losses, Wolf that is to Bowser and to Wario. So tough opponents. Mewtwo also, though, lost to Dedede and Bowser. So there you go. He actually lost to even tougher opponents. This is going to definitely, I think it's going to show a lot, I would say. I can't say definite, I suppose, because we do have a long way to go. These guys will be in a rematch. Everyone will be in a rematch. Oh my, that hit from Wolf. He's got to deal with a double Mewtwo now, but he does have the first knockout. He's still under 100% here on his first stock. Ooh, Mewtwo got the Arceus as well as the Ditto, which just disappeared. Got a Latios and Latios now. Uh-oh. Wolf in a little bit of trouble. It's tied up now. Got a Deoxys to deal with. Man, Mewtwo is getting everything. Deoxys slightly easy to avoid. Latios and Latios is probably definitely in the top 10, perhaps top 5. Maybe not quite top 5, but top 7, I'd say, perhaps. Beware is definitely top 5, maybe top 3. He is more avoidable than some of these, though, which is the big thing about him. No pun intended. Mewtwo stole that ball, I'm pretty sure. It's a Kyogre, wow. It's crazy how he's gotten like every good thing except a Keldeo so far, and the Entei Suicune. And that one will do Wolfin on his second stock. Mewtwo's only at 64% on his second. He's got a Dedede now. That's not. It could be so much worse as it has been already. He's got a Bellossom as well. Wolf needs to get some Pokeballs. Get something rolling again. You get on this downward trend. It's not that it's hard to come back. You really just need a couple good hits in. Just turn the tide. But Mewtwo has just held on the offensive this entire time. That was an incredible knockout there for the last one. Mewtwo, what a strong showing. And that wasn't even anything really to do with his strength being a bigger fighter than Wolf. It was really just some skills Mewtwo showing there. And also, of course, like 1,000 legendary Pokemon. 2 to 3 in Pokeballs. 2 to 13, that is. I'm sorry. 2 to 13, I meant to say. Not even close. A huge, huge difference. And Mewtwo, yes, the winner of the 3-2 bout that time. And now, though, we've got the final Team Nintendo matchup. This is the 3-1 versus 3-2 bout versus Ness. It's Ness versus Rob. So that means, of course, Ness already having his bye. Rob hasn't had his yet. In fact, he has the very last bye of the Team Nintendo, so that would be set 11 for him. Here we go. So yeah, that's really the only difference. So if he wins this, of course, then he'll be 4-2. Ness will be 3-2, and he will obviously be ahead of Ness. And so that is why these two are playing for second place behind Captain Falcon, who, of course, is now 5-0. Moving right along, he is. Just like Ike, 6-0. Oh, man! Of course, they do the close-up, but I guess that doesn't always mean, with that attack specifically, it doesn't mean that it's going to be a knockout. It just wants to show you a close-up of how epic that attack is. It is pretty epic. Bullpix on the top platform. Fires an Ember and hits Rob, who's already at 109. Ness at 60 now. Rob on the attack. Ness back onto the platform here. Kind of had the advantage. Got the Pincurchin. But Rob got a Fennekin. So he took one in the face from that Pincurchin, though. Oh no, a Beware comes out for Ness. Rob avoiding it well. Gotta watch out, it's right underneath him. Oh wait, it must be his then, or it would have attacked him. So it was his. He got Ness, Rob got Ness anyway, so didn't really need the Beware, I suppose. Rob at 148, Ness lost his first stock. Oh, Ness got the Mimikyu, and Rob is inside. He is definitely done. Look at that damage. Wow, he was in there for a while. Oh man, Rob immediately comes back with a Scissor. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's Ness's Scissor. I don't know what I'm thinking. Good, that's going to tie things up here between them. Oh, was Ness trying to go for a baseball bat swing there? Got a Ditto. That's going to be annoying. And another Pokeball sitting right below him. It's a Zoroark. Also annoying. And another ball he just snagged. It's a Genesect. Oh boy. It's a Zoroark. Luckily, oh, I think he just blasted him down. Zoroark blasted him down into the very final, like, tick of the Genesect Big Blast. And that did Rob in for his second stock. Wow. What a combination of Pokemon there. We've got an Abomasnow now. Ness is at 85% still with his second. Nice damage there on Rob. That's 29% already on him. And oh, caught in the Abomasnow, and there's a Chespin there now. Right, that was Rob's Chespin, apparently. Ness at 114 now, almost knocked off from that blast. Whammy. Still didn't get him. 128. Ness is still on the map. You've got to stay pretty much on that top platform to avoid those Meowth paws. Not quite enough there on the grab from Ness. 144% though. Rob still cannot take him out. Missing the laser there. PK Fire into Rob. Rob, I think, has that Pokeball. Misses a laser there. No. Oh, it was his, and it was a Staryu. Trapped up there when Ness was flying up in the air. And that should do it for Ness's second stock. Definitely. Kind of tied, but Rob at 97%. Quite far behind here. Ness throwing the Pokeball at him takes him to 114, but the ball falls off the map. And Rob has the next one, and it's a Fennekin. Ness PK fires, and then Fennekin PK fires him. Rob at 130. Oh, the PK Thunder didn't get him. But wait a second. You better watch out standing on the ledge like that while Ness is coming up with his PK Thunder rocket. Oh no! Ho-ho! The Snorlax coming out of the Pokeball. It wasn't even on the way down. Snorlax came out of the Pokeball and slammed Ness. And look at that. R-O-B. Just B-E-A-T-N-E-S-S. Can you believe it? In 425, a pretty long one there. And a good one. Wow. There you have it. 12-11 in the Pokeballs. Rob moves to 4-2 and is now second in the division. Ness falls. I guess he would probably still end up third. But still. That is 1, 2, 3 in a row for Rob. He didn't win all 4 in a row, but he is in 3 in a row now. And we've got 2 great matches left to go. Can you believe it? Those last 2 amazing ones weren't even the end. We now have the last Team Mario matchup, and this one is going to be Donkey Kong versus Kirby. We've got Donkey Kong. This is same match, same records, that is. 3-1 Donkey Kong versus the 3-2 Kirby. Yet to have his bye. DK had the very second bye of the division. So he's kind of been one match behind this whole time. Of course, everyone going to have the exact same amount by the time we're done after 22 sets. And we will have 5 playoff sets to get through all the playoffs, including the final on the 5th day, if you will. So pretty close here, as you can imagine, between these 2 juggernauts. And of course, Kirby stealing Donkey Kong's identity, making him a little tougher maybe. Ooh, what a wham there that was. Almost knocked DK out of here, but did not quite. He's at 114. Kirby's at 90, though. Again, they're both trying to stay up there with Link and Peach. And Yoshi, too, is, because he won today. Donkey Kong does lose the first stock. Oh, man. Kirby's at 144 right now, though. Very close in. DK kind of lucky that ball bounced back onto the map instead of off the map from the guard of Kirby. And yes, the Darkrai helped to get that last slap. Takes Kirby out. And we're 27-11, 2 stock each. And a Goldeen for Donkey Kong. Too bad. They should have made it a Magikarp, because he's like, that would make more sense. That's actual, I mean, Goldeen is pretty useless too, but Magikarp is more. And then you could even play off the fact that it's a Magikarp by like having like a very tiny chance for it to become a Gyarados or something. That would be awesome, just saying. Anyway, Giratina about to annihilate Donkey Kong. He's lucky he survived that one. He's not going to survive the second one. Oh man, not going DK's way right now, but someone's got to lose, and these 2 are very good. So, bound to happen. Everyone's going to have a rematch with everyone else in the division, and Donkey Kong able to put some damage down quick, get Kirby over 100, and then whack him off the map. We're tied up again. All tied up. DK knocks the ball out of Kirby's hand, but he grabs it again, and it's a Chespin. Kirby going to grab the other one next to the Chespin. It's a Go-Goat. Watch out, DK. That Go-Goat will pull you right into the Chespin chestnuts. Able to block the Go-Goat coming right at him there. Kirby is no longer Donkey Kong, so he is trying to get him and suck him up. Gotta watch being above Donkey Kong like that on the platform. He will slap you just like he did for that first knockout, I believe. He's trying to charge up the fist. Oshawott doing a little bit, but not much. Kirby got the Ditto, though. Is DK going for... Nope. Looked like he might be going for the... Wow, and he should probably right now. He needs to go for this off-the-edge win. Oh, the Beware, though! What? That is crazy. Can DK stay? That was amazing. I can't believe it. Which one of the Kirbys just got launched into the air? Because that was like... That had to be like a millisecond away from potentially being Kirby getting knocked out instead of Donkey Kong. It was all about who was off the map first, I'm pretty sure, in that one. It's possible, even if that was the Kirby, the real Kirby that got uppercut by the Beware, it is possible that he would have made it back onto the map, but I'm not sure. He already was at almost 60%, and sometimes that is fatal with a good Beware hit. So, what a match. It was quick. No, not really. 337. It felt quick because it was so good. And we had 11-8 in Pokeballs. Again, usually These guys are usually pretty close with those in those close matches. So again, the fighter that had a bye already has lost in the 3-1 versus 3-2 matchups. So Ness at 3-1 just lost to Rob, and then DK at 3-1 just lost to Kirby at 3-2. Finally, one more to go. The best, perhaps. We've got the final matchup of the baddies. We've got Dedede, and we've got Wario. Let's go. Be sure to like and subscribe, comment. Tell me how many of these matches you get right in the videos before we go live. And you can't lie about it. But don't lie about it anyway in the comments, because it doesn't mean anything. And I'll hopefully see you guys live in Season 1. Again, this whole thing is going to take a month to get through the entire Season 0 promo. Kyogre. Early Kyogre, not as helpful as one that's even just slightly later than that, honestly. Just no damage done on Dedede yet, not able to do a whole lot. Dedede also has ways, if you can move quickly up and down, it helps against Kyogre and Alolan Raichu. Just get away from that movement. Same with if it's Moltres or Mew. Yeah, if you can move sideways quickly, you can just get right out of those. Speaking of Raichu, there he is, surfing around. Oh, blocked by Wario here. Wario already at 106, 121% now. 48 for Dedede. Looking pretty healthy still. Oh man, and that hammer takes Wario down finally. He's got an Abomasnow though over there. He smacks Dedede into the Abomasnow. He grabbed the ball, hopped on the motorcycle, sped himself over, and then popped the Swirlix down on top of Dedede. And the Abomasnow's on his side. He really has nowhere to go. Abomasnow now gone. He's slowed by the Swirlix. And still Wario got hit by the Spike Ball. Dedede at 101. Wario already lost one stock. Oh man, another spike into the head of Wario. It's 112 to 59. 116 to 72. 116 to 81. They're both in warning range. There is a Snorlax coming down on the right side. Wario does avoid that by just riding the motorcycle around. Here comes an Eclipse, right? No, something else is happening. Keldeo for Dedede just basically ended this thing as Wario took one and lost, and it looks like he's going to take three more. Nope, Dedede knocked him into the air, and he avoided the third Keldeo strike. Maybe help him survive a little longer, but he honestly has like no chance right now. He had some bad luck here. He just took another spike ball to the face. Alolan Exeggutor, better than most things that, I mean, he needs to... Wario technically could somehow win this, but, you know, it's not going to happen. He does still have a chance. I don't think we've seen a comeback this drastic, but we've seen some pretty crazy ones. Or at least some that have come close to being a comeback, to the point where they could have been because they tied it up. But we shall see. Wario 131, King Dedede 140. They're both 140, 145 for Wario. Wario has one stock, Dedede still 3. And nope. And nope. Still didn't get him. 157 to 156. These two big guys just hanging in. Oh, there, finally got that penguin. I wish I would have the controller in my hand. I would have paused that to see Dedede's eyes about to pop out of his head while he got smacked by that. And speaking of getting smacked, bringing the hammer down on Wario there. Freed up from all that percentage, just like, all right, I'm coming back down. Wham. Ended. That's all it took. Didn't need anything else. 339. It took a while, but it was well in control the entire time on the side of King Dedede. 11 to 9 in items. Not like that was too crazy. But yeah, I guess that wasn't even the best of those last matches, but still, it was you know how we do this is we just put them basically in however the total number of wins that the two combatants have combined. The more wins they have combined, the better chance, you know, the higher up their matches go. So the ones that have the lowest wins combined end up in the low card, next end up in the mid, and then the highest six win totals end up in the high card. That's about how we do it. That's why Dedede at 4-1 and Wario at 3-2 was the highest. It was the only one with had a total matchup of 7 wins between the two of them. Anyway, that is the end of set number 6. Hope you enjoyed. Let's check out the standings and all of that stuff, and even the schedule for next week. All right, I'd say we got a pretty interesting, a few changes here. You know, again, it's sort of fleshing itself out as we go. There's less movement, but there has been actually some significant changes, I would say. Start over in Team Mario. Still have a Link at the top at 5-1. Peach remains just above him still at 4-1. Just under him, that is. And then again, just under those two, we have Kirby and Yoshi at 4-2. Donkey Kong now drops below them at 3-2, and below him is Mario by himself at 3-3 after a win over Zelda, who's now 2-3. I'm sorry, over Toon Link. Zelda losing to Yoshi drops to 2-3 by herself. And then we have Sheik by herself at 2-4. Luigi, Toon Link, and Diddy at the bottom, 1-4. So still 4 games only between the bottom and the top, right? So you never know. Only 4 games, that's not much. Then in Team Baddies, smaller division, we've got still Team King Dedede at 5-1 winning today. Bowser also winning today, moves to 5-1. In the head-to-head, however, Dedede beat Bowser. And then we've got Mewtwo winning today, moving to 4-2. Wolf moves to 3-3. However, Wario beat Wolf, and so Wario is above him at 3-3. So it's Wario, then Wolf, and then Ganondorf at 3-3 as well. Moved up today. Ganondorf, in fact, beat Wario, but since Wario beat Wolf and Wolf beat Ganondorf, it goes Wario, Wolf, Ganondorf currently. And then finally we have Snake at 1-5 and Meta Knight down at 0-6. 5 games back. Still only 5 games back. Could be worse, still. That's the worst. That and Team Universe, those are both 5-game discrepancies between the top and the bottom. Those are the worst, and then 4 games for Team Mario and Nintendo. But Meta Knight, yeah, 0-6, the only one without a win yet. Someday, maybe. Now, though, we did have a win finally on Game & Watch in this Team Nintendo division. We have Captain Falcon at the top, 5-0 still. Rob moves to number 2 at 4-2. Ness moves down to 3rd at 3-2. Lucas moves the entire way up to 4th at 3-3, above Falco and Samus, also at 3-3. Samus losing to both Lucas and Falco moves her the entire way to 6th. And then just below them is Fox at 2-3, and then Ice Climbers and Sonic also at 2-3, all 3 of those guys at 2-3 currently. And then we have all the way second to last, Zero Suit Samus dropping all the way down there at 2-4 now, and not having her bye just yet. And then finally, Mr. Game & Watch at 1-4, really only half a game back from not being at the bottom anymore after his first win today. Finally, we have Team Universe. Ike remains at the top, 6-0. Lucario reclaims the second spot, I believe. I think maybe he had it at some point, maybe. But he's there now at 4-2, tied up there with Pokemon Trainer, whom he had already beaten. And then we have 4th, we have Jigglypuff at 3-3. And then we've got Pikachu, Pit, and Marth all at 2-4. And I believe Pikachu has beaten Pit, and Pit beat Marth. Something like that. And so they are in that order for that reason. I don't believe Pikachu played Marth yet. They will play next because the yellow and the green divisions now, that's the end, of course, Olimar 1-5. The green and yellow divisions have one more division opponent to play before they played everybody once. And after that, after set 7 next, they will go into, it'll be 8 sets total, where they'll be playing interdivision matchups between the other of them. So the green will play yellow and the yellow will play green for 8 weeks in a row, 8 sets in a row, and then they'll be back to their final 7 division matchups. While all that's happening, the red and the blue divisions will just continue on with their division matchups as normal the entire way through the 23 sets. But speaking of set number 7, here's what we got coming up for that. We're going to have Toon Link versus Luigi at the bottom of the barrel match there. Mario versus Sheik could be interesting. We've got Diddy versus Peach. Peach got to watch out. Diddy doesn't take another win over a good opponent there. We've got Link versus Zelda. Again, just speaking of how hard it was to watch Link versus Sheik, now we do get the Link versus Zelda match. And again, probably Link going to be taking that, who knows. Though, Yoshi versus Donkey Kong, going to be another big one for DK against the other 4-2 person now, fighter, as Kirby is then on the bye. A well-deserved one for him. Then we've got Meta Knight versus Wolf. See if Meta Knight can take that one. That'll be tough. As always for him. Wario, and again, the last matchups for the green and the yellow. Wario versus Bowser. We'll finish that one off, see where Wario can end up, as well as Bowser, because Ganon's got King Dedede. King Dedede's got Ganon, you could also say. And also then Mewtwo versus Snake. See if Mewtwo can continue his winning ways. Then in the blue Team Nintendo division, we've got Mr. Game & Watch versus Sonic. That could be an interesting one as well. Toward the toward the bottom, but who knows what'll happen in the coming matches. Both of those strong opponents. Captain Falcon versus Ness, a top of the barrel matchup there. That'll be a very interesting one. That'll probably be one of our highest card matches. Lucas versus Zero Suit Samus. Lucas on a bit of a heater, perhaps. He's won 2 in a row, but he does have 3 wins now. See if he can continue that. See if Zero Suit Samus can make some headway here as well. Now down to 2-4. We've got Falco versus Rob. Should be pretty interesting. Falco sitting pretty at 3-3, the top of the 3-3s. Rob at 4-2. Ice Climbers versus Fox. Another good one. Same, pretty much the same. Actually, yes. Ice Climbers at 2-3. Fox at 2-3. That'll be quite good. Samus is on the bye this time. And she, again, she's the bottom of the 3-3s. I'm sorry, Lucas is the top. Falco's in the middle of those 3-3 folks in that division. Ness is 3-2. Fox and Ice Climbers are 2-3. Anyway, yes. So that's that for those. Samus on the bye. We have the Pokemon Trainer versus Jigglypuff to round things out for the yellow division. That'll definitely be an interesting one, as Jigglypuff really needs to make a comeback here. Pokemon Trainer now 4-2, going strong. Pit versus Olimar. Again, bottom of the barrel matchup. See where these two end up after their 7 matches are completed, playing everyone once. Ike versus Lucario, another really interesting one for sure. That'll be, because that's number 1 versus number 2. And then we've got Marth versus Pikachu finally. Again, 2 toward the bottom there. Actually, 2 and 4s going up against each other. And that'll start spreading out everybody in the divisions right in time for the interdivisional play. And then really what that's going to do, that again, just for the green and yellow divisions, the red and blue divisions will continue to have their records spaced out nicely. But as we get into the interdivisional play, it's possible that we'll see more wins weighted on one side, either the green or the yellow. Who knows what side that could be. If I were to speculate which side they might end up falling more heavily on, I would say, honestly, I think Team Baddies is the stronger of the 2 divisions between Team Baddies and Team Universe. Who knows, though? We'll see what actually happens whenever the time comes. It's not going to be too long for that. And again, after set 7, that's going to be set 8 through 15 that they're going to be doing interdivisional play. And in between that, set 10 through 13, we're going to have only 14 matches per set instead of 18. While these 2 divisions, those 2 small divisions, take all of their buys in those 4 weeks, those 4 sets. Anyway, that's all I got for you today, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord for even more action. For now, that's it. I will see you in the next one tomorrow, unless this is Saturday, then I'll see you Monday. For now, I'm Randy, and this is Nerds Templar. God bless, and peace out.